If you're like me and you suffer from either dark circles under the eyes or melasma on your face, then this is a video for you. I'm going to show you how I cover up my dark circles and melasma using color correctors and foundation and that whole routine. So if you want to know that routine, we're going to do that. Just before we get into it, this wig right here is Estetica's Ocean in the color Americano, and I do have a video on the eyeshadow look, which is using the Nabla Cutie palette number 3 with the platinum, and so you can look for those videos as well. Let's get to this foundation routine. All right, we're gonna do a get ready with me, and I am going to talk about having like melasma and covering up stuff that you want to cover up. So if that is what you want, you got it. So I have melasma, which is like sun damage, and it like changes the color of the skin. Unfortunately, I have it right here above my lip, but it's not uncommon. And I do have dark circles. I've always had dark circles, so, and just some other little things, but nothing huge. So I'm going to start out with the eyes. I'm going to use this Multi Complexion Revive and Glow Eye Balm with vitamin C. I love this stuff so much. It comes in like a little lipstick, and you just rub it on to hydrate those under eyes, and I just think that it's really nice. I'm going to do a little bit of color correcting, and the color corrector that I'm using right now is from Tarte, and it's part of their Shape Tape line. I absolutely love Shape. I absolutely love Tarte Shape Tape. I know that some people don't. I do. They do have 3 versions. They have a creamy, regular, and a radiant. I haven't tried the radiant yet, but I really want to. Color correctors come, I think, in like 4 color correctors. I'll link everything. I'm going to start with the color corrector in the shade Peach, and it says Shape Tape Corrector. I'm going to use Peach for this and for my under eyes. You don't need a ton. I tend to be super sloppy with my makeup, to be honest. You don't need a ton. So I'm just going to put it in right a little bit on the spots where it's really dark. And that's it. I have more on this side than I do this side. Then I am going to take a sponge, and I'm just going to tap it in right where it is. I don't really want to spread it too much because I do want to sort of cover those. So you can already see that it is diminishing. If you have really, really dark under eyes, melasma, whatever, it's not going to 100% cover, but it will help a lot. Again, I really try to concentrate it only on where I need color correcting, and then that's it. So these little sponges are great for that. Next up, I've been setting my face, and I should have done this before the color correcting, but I forgot. I've been setting my face with a powder. I have pretty oily skin, and setting with a powder has really been working. I'm using this Urban Decay Velvetizer Translucent Mix-In Powder. I don't know if they sell this. They might still sell this. I'm just going to take a little bit of the Velvetizer, and I'm just going to like swipe this and basically set my skin before I put anything on it. And it does sort of help to reduce the oil coming through. Next, I am going to go ahead and put on my base, and then we are going to conceal the under eyes. So today for the base, I like to just mix, especially being like biracial, sometimes it's really hard to find shades. So right now I'm going to use the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation, one of my favorite foundations, in the shade Warm Beige. Anything that's still available, I will put in link down below. So I'm also going to mix in the Too Faced Do You Full Coverage Glow Foundation in Porcelain. These are like competing type formulas, but you know, is what it is. And then I'm just going to mix them together just on the back of my hand here. And then I'm just going to sort of stamp this on, and then I'll mix. I don't want a super full coverage, but I do want to cover stuff. So I'm just going to use a brush for that, and then I am going to use probably a sponge for over top this so that I don't move stuff around. I'm going to take that little sponge, and I'm going to concentrate right over top here so I don't lift any of that, and sponge this in up around the nose. So I'm going to do that. Again, if it's really dark, it's not going to 100% go away, but it'll definitely reduce. I'm going to take the ultra creamy version of the Shape Tape in the shade, I think it's 22N. I have a neutral undertone, and so I can go warm or cool. Some people have warm undertones, olive undertones. It really does make a difference in terms of the colors of your wigs or the colors that you wear, what is going to complement you the most. I'm just going to go ahead and take another one of these little spongy things, and I'm going to sponge this. I really want to just concentrate it right here. I don't want to move this around too much. I like to use a lighter shade so that we can start to brighten. So I will pull it up into the corner of the eye to like brighten, but that's about it. So we're going to stamp this out with this baby sponge. I'm now starting to bring on people to help me pack orders. So I have one part-time employee, I have a bookkeeper, and now I'm gonna have a part-time order packer, shipping and receiving type situation. So we're trying to grow over here. As I'm filming this, Avery is knee-deep in his boot camp. I think this week specifically he's doing his martial arts training, which I know he probably loves so much. So that is fun. I'm just going to blend around here just so we don't get this harsh line of demarcation when I set my powder. I still set my powder under eyes. I know some people do it differently. This is just how I do my makeup and how I feel good doing my makeup. So I always use the same powder to set, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me. This one says it's an 05 Fair, but I have some that's a little bit darker, like mixed in, but I usually use 05 Fair or the 10, whatever color that is. I'm going to use my Beauty Blender. I absolutely love Beauty Blender. Can you get other sponges? Yeah, but this is the one I love. And I'm going to put my head down and make sure that I tap out so that I don't set in a crease. And I'm trying to concentrate that powder just on the under eye. And I'm going to quickly swipe it away right on here because it will set right away. And I don't want it to set too much and make a huge line there. Okay, and then I'm just going to use the same Beauty Blender, and I'm going to use this Urban Decay All Nighter powder, and I'm just going to rub this in here. It has a little bit of a color. Is this a translucent? This is the waterproof setting powder. They have slightly different versions, and I'm just going to set this because, you know, it's above your lip. And you don't want to get, waterproof is nice there because, you know, you're drinking, you're doing all kinds of stuff, okay? And so that is what I do for the base. I'm just going to go ahead and sweep this away. I just use this fluffy brush. This is Sonia Kashuk. I'm sweeping away the under eyes. I don't need to sit it there for too long, just to set it. And so this is the base. So this is what it looks like right after without any addition. Next, I always put on a little blush, and I am using the Wet n Wild brush. Now, every Christmas they come out with this set, and you can get it like CVS or whatever. It's like $15, and they're so good. This was one of those in the set. I'm going to use this ColourPop Out of Sight powder, or not powder, blush. Looks like this. There's already some stuff on this brush, so I'm just going to swirl this around, tap it off, and then this is how I wear my brush and blush and where I wear it. I start at the smile, and I'm gonna work up, and then right on the cheeks I will put what you could call a blush topper. This one I'm gonna use, and I don't know if this is still available either. This is the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach. But you can see how there's like a little bit of a shimmer there, so you can use anything like that. Milani has a lot of these like luminous blushes, so you can just use anything. And see, it's just giving me a little shine, 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 shine. Okay, now we're gonna do brows. I am been using this stamp from Kiss, which I think it's also named like Eye Envy from Kiss. I've been using this stamp and I like it a lot. So I'm using the arched one, and it's on the soft brown powder. I'm just going, I have a whole video on this. Hopefully it's up. I've actually edited this specific video 2 times. I don't know what it is. It's just not working out, the video on this. So I'm just going to swirl this around. You can see there's the powder there. And I've moved my brows up, and I'm just going to do the little stamp. Boom, shakalaka, and boom. That was me moving it. I'd say there's not really, I like it a lot actually, and there's only one con, is just like, it's just hard to see where to put it, especially if you are using it with sparse brows. But once you get that, you're all good. So now we have, this is just a filler where everything's going to be. It's just a guide. I always do too much with my brows. So I'm going to go in with this, precisely my brow pencil in the color number 3 from Benefit. I'm obsessed with Benefit brow products. For some people, they can be a little pricey, which I understand. I get them when Ulta always has like that 21 Days of Beauty. And Benefit products are always on there for 50% off. So I just stock up then. I just love them. I think that they last. And I've tried other things, but this is just really what I feel like works and lasts for me. So I love it. So I'm just sort of outlining what I already did. I get orders out fairly quickly, but I literally, my week, Mondays are blocked out to just pack orders. And usually I pack orders all Monday until the post office closes. And then sometimes into Tuesday. And packing orders that come in, you know, from the website just here and there is fine at this point. But we're going to be getting all the styles up on the website soon. And so I'm going to get more orders in. So I need a little bit more help in that area. And also, it's just not something I can do virtually. Like, Brenda's my assistant, but she's virtual. And she can do that. But virtually, you know, you can't pack orders virtually. Okie dokie. What I'm doing is, I really like the height of my brows. I'm pushing up here to make sure that nothing's down under that section, and rubbing anything off that is. Okay. Last but not least, I'm just going to sort of fill this in, and then I'm going to set it. And I use this 24-hour setter from Benefit. I'm going to go into this ColourPop She's So Natural pressed. This is eyeshadow, but you know, you can use eyeshadow on your brows. And I'm going to go in with this shade here just to do a little extra fill in. And then I'm going to set it. I'm going to do the eyeshadow look in a separate video. This has like where you can brush up with a little comb. So I brush up any existing hairs I have. And then I use the flat part to actually sit this on here and basically like quote unquote laminate. I mean, it's not like it's laminated, but it does keep it in place quite a bit. Even if it's just powder and not hairs. So yeah, that is my base. I'm going to go ahead and set it. And hopefully when I do my eyeshadow, I don't make a huge mess. I'm using the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I actually don't like Morphe, but I really like their setting sprays. This is the matte version. They have multiple versions. And there you go. So I hope you like videos like this. If you do, let me know. I've been doing a little bit more makeup content. Ooh, wait. The other thing I like to use is this Laneige. It's a sleeping mask, but it's just a balm. And I like using that, especially in the summer, or well, anytime your lips are really, really dry. And I just use a tiny bit because it is like a balm.
The balm. Start.
If you like these types of videos, please let me know. I can do more of them. And if you have any tips or tricks, put that down below so that we could all know and share. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you have, thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!